Welcome guys to Battle of Africa, week number 4. We have Finland playing against China A. The scenario is this. Finland has 2 wins and 1 loss, meaning if they win, they are through into the semifinals. If they lose, they will have to play in week number 5 to see if they can make it into the semis. On the other side, we have China A having 1 win, 2 losses. So they need to win to have a chance to get into week number 5 or to be in week number 5. But if they lose, they are out of this tournament. We will cast Rex since the series was overlapping with Tyrants against SY. Let's jump into this series, shall we? We are looking into No Sukotra and we are seeing the Max playing the Teutons. We're having some problems here. And we have Belize playing Italians, and we have Turks for Ruben stock. So kind of a weaker civilization here. Teutons, Turks, Italians for the Finns. On the other side we have Slavs for CL. We have Byzantines for Tim and Saracens for Mr. Stray Dog. Civilizations are pretty weak. The draft, obviously we didn't see it yet because I want to start the VOD with the game, is heavily in favor of the Finns, and it looked pretty ridiculous. We had Burmese being picked as number 15, and well, a lot of weird stuff going on for sure. When will Twitch viewers get their own intro? Never. Slavs already. Well, we don't have. Let me just quickly see. Do I have settings here? Not really. Do we have? We still have beach fight, yeah. So I think we could have seen Slavs later. Kind of surprising to me as well. Don't think. Oh, Ruben stock being the replacement of Zuppy here, and he is not here to make friends. Ay, ay, ay. That's an evil guy. And that's so much food. And now you can kill some zebras as well. If you shoot 1 or 2 more, this will get really tricky for CL. Might even need to mill that area. Maybe Ruby could have, maybe even, oh yeah, he's milling that indeed. I'm not sure CL really wants to take that fight here. That would just be lost HP here, and oh god, that's so much food rotting. Look at that. 10 lost here. We have roughly 30 lost on that elephant. Now that's all going down. Ruben stock is taking the hill advantage here. Does he want to get another hit? Not really happening. Tim is sending his scout over, so that's pretty nice. Where are the villagers or the scouts of his teammates? Elise, not over here. And well, we will see how this will play out. The Max starting with his nice wall off. Rumstock sending his villager back, and this feels like he could maybe get home with the scout of Willis helping him out here. And yeah, Ruby, that was a pretty efficient lane, I would say. Oh, rough spot for CL, who takes the time to wall off quite a bit. 2 villagers here at the front. Rumstock, meanwhile, had a pretty solid game at the front on his own. Yeah, MBL would be pretty proud of Rumstock. Zuppy did not have time, so Rumstock did squeeze himself in there. Obviously knows the players in and out. Played Nations Cup for them as well, but more of the closed map player there. Was more of their Black Forest player, and obviously pretty damn strong in deathmatch as well. So if we get into the long game, he's pretty nice, and not really the guy who goes for bad army composition. Knows a lot of this game, has his nice own opinions, and a very nice team game player for sure. And Stray Dog wanted to go for the tower rush, but how does the tower rush work against walls again? Not too well. Not too well. Maybe should start to focus down a house or 2. Will get pretty tricky. The Max with a beautiful defense this far, and TaToH will probably try to get through in this area. We will see. The Max, does he see that? Sending over villagers, and yeah, it seems like he kind of knows what's going on. Oh, tricky. Really is Ruben good in the AM? Well, he's top 2 teams in the world. He played pretty strong yesterday. So, I'd consider him one of the better ones. Probably above average. Now buying stone is Mr. TaToH. First tower around. Not 100% sure if I like that placement. Too much, cannot really shoot the house at the same time. Are there more than 2 DMs teams? Yes, 4. That's why I said top 2, and he's above average. I think some more villagers would be nice. Okay, pulling villager number 3 and 4. And yeah, that's what I said. Like, attacking the house doesn't really make a lot of sense here. Double wall, Max still trying to buy some more time. Now getting onto the market, and well, Students is pretty good. Trying to defend with towers there. At least getting the big walls up. He's going for archers here, it seems. And room stock. Well, that's not a fast castle. What is that? Curious. What's he going for? He doesn't have a barracks. Maybe a sling? That looks like a sling, guys. Room stock going for the sling action. But on who? On the Max? Well, we will find that out. And the Max, let's take a look. How much is stone for him? 177. So defensive tower is just super, super costly for him. Not really going to happen. Tim with his archers around, and that's, yeah, what basically Saracens are designed to do. Sling indeed comes towards his teammate, and he did Sling in even numbers. Interesting. Look at that. Roomstock is never slinging everything. That's weird. I'll need to talk to him about that later on. Okay, now he's singing in the uneven numbers. Okay. Okay, all good. Didn't see him squeeze in coinage though. But maybe I just didn't see it. Our defense will continue now. Stone wall over here. The Max in a pretty good spot, I would say. Cannot really sit on the tower because the TC is close enough as well. This looks like the Max will hold this quite nicely. Still pretty late on the when it comes to getting to Castle Age though. And TaToH will just continue to push in here. I believe it just should even focus down on the walls early on. And CL from the other side is going for scouts coming around. Interesting. We have Release with his archers. Should maybe camp the hill now here. Defensive tower. Is he in range? Max is up to Castle Age. CL should be pretty fast as well. Yeah, 500 food, 120 gold. I want to see him click up pretty soon as well. Oh god, that's a lot of arrows flying out of here. And yeah, they will probably defend this. Could maybe even focus down some stuff. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they're now trying to rush under the tower. I'm not 100% sure if that's the best idea. Some more walls of the Max. Okay, getting some nice scouts off. Max rushing for the stable. And seems like that is the role of Roomstock here in game number 1, being the slinger. We'll just moving forward, archers around. I believe they should die against Release if he just ungarrisons. That should be a bad idea to try to run in there. Another aggressive tower, but the Max already has his tower up here. And I think he could just send in more villagers or just ungarrison the archers, go to the other side. And then they should be pretty fine. I believe TaToH needs to switch into another strategy. This tower rush is kind of stopped. And look at that. He's going for coinage. So strategy switch is activated. One villager down, make that. Two villagers down. That's so many arrows here. Oh. Peaceful? Max? Okay. 3 stables now, and let's take a look at what they can do. Tim is trying to go over. The Saracen bonus kind of helping out as well. Doing quite a lot of damage here, even fighting uphill. But, well, last 2 knights are already awaiting them, so I believe Tim maybe open those and then go back is the better option than actually trying to move in. Especially because you click Castle Age Tim, you better go back, and that's what he does. Clever boy. Clever boy. Forcing the other team to react, but not losing anything. I believe the perfect way to do it. This is probably the weak spot at the moment. Only 1 palisade gate. The rest looks pretty solid, especially because it's Byzantines as well. Having more HP on all the buildings. And Release is now up to the castle age as well. So is Tim. So we won't see any big surprises. The question is, can they break through here? Can CL maybe hold this? Mr. Happy? This is still open. Uh-oh, this is a breakthrough. Or is it? Not for now. Archers still around. Tim maybe can snipe down the archers of Release. The hill advantage is pretty nice. And oh, CL? Sure, they're holding this. I think they could have maybe stayed a bit longer and tried to force some more damage. But nice job here by the CNA team to defend this. Who is TaToH slinging? He is slinging Tim. Interesting. Normally you don't see the guy on Castle Age being slung, but well, it probably is Byzantine's bonus, and he will get onto Imperial Age pretty soon. So that's the strategy we have seen for 3rd time now. Florentine slam, 2nd time on DauT, 3rd time now on Tim. That they sling a Byzantine player up to Imperial Age. Quite nice and early. Take a look, TaToH here, only palisade wall, that's pretty small, pulling a lot of villagers. Not really sure if that's the right house. He needs one to the left-hand side, that's more important. One stone wall, he needs more. Okay, that's somewhat okay for now. But there will be some losses. Oof, tricky stuff. Oh, needs to pull everything. Tim is up to Imperial Age. And that will be some villager losses here for sure. Can he get those walls up? Needs to quick wall that. This is horrible. What is he doing? Ay. And this looks so brutal for TaToH. Total domination here this far. This is just so very brutal. Look at that KD overall. They have 1-3-0-2 and 1-11. And this will go down a bit further, even lower, because those villagers don't really have too much to defend themselves with. Wow, brutal stuff. So there is overall 4 kills against 19. Ay. Well, maybe Tim can pull it back if he gets on Imperial Age. That was quick wall. Something like that, yeah. Max has quite a nice amount of knights though as well. 34 villagers, room at 52, so that is a significant difference for sure. I'm now going for the gold over here, everything house wall, and yeah, that was just, if you sling there, you need to have more than 1 layer of palisade, and even then, it was only 1. Yeah, you did have time to react to that. The Max and Release both up to Imperial Age as well, so 6. I love Reznor, flying the Twitch Primes up, saying so much, mate. Those knights running, eating quite a lot of shots. And this is quite surprising to me. How did they get up to Imperial Age so fast after that? Sling still pretty strong as it seems. And well, they didn't have a lot of losses. TaToH and Ego then somewhat reasonable. Do we see CL maybe also up pretty soon? He is at 200 food, 300 gold. So producing knights, so not really going to happen. So kind of is HCM who needs to carry 2 more villagers dead here. Only 1 ballistics for Belize. Only now flying in. Let's take a look. Can they cut him off? Arbalest upgrade is now finished. Bracer as well. Where are the knights? Only 1 monk from CL staying on that hill. I'm not 100% sure if the Finns could really take this engagement, especially because they are up to Imperial Age pretty soon. Now dealing the walls. Quite nice move here of the max, allowing Belize to get out. The tower giving TaToH quite a lot of vision. Knights are pushing over, some losses here, and all those Arbalests aren't really chasing perfectly. Let's take a look how this continues. They just need to fall back and then get all the upgrades and then can take the re-engagement again. Their numbers are so much higher, actually not that much higher. 30 and 36, compare that to 28 and 29. Oh, interesting stuff. Now fighting under that tower, not 100% sure if that's the best idea, but I'm also not 100% sure if that's the best idea. Hill advantage a bit for the Finns here, but it's still Arbalest against non-Arbalest. The Knights should be pretty equally upgraded. The max actually has +2 against only +1 of CL, and the reinforcement is quite far away. Belize is still pushing in with everything. Of course, efficiency has to be on the side here of China A team, but is that what they really needed? Because the Finns are now stabilizing, they're getting all the upgrades in, and the Slav was just too far away. So much army still left. Look at that 40 army, compare that to the now 18. Team's production is still somewhat okay-ish, but pretty tough spot for them. Need to storm wall all that now. Only have 1 market, but that doesn't seem to be walled either. I believe the next raid is around the corner here. Sweet stuff by the Finns. Being the aggressor, then falling back till they have the overwhelming army amount and can take the fight. Didn't even wait for the upgrade. Maybe could have made an argument there. Now going for some converts here. Light Cavaliers are now pushing in. Sooner upgrades here for CL. All the Arbalests going down. This looks pretty strong for the Finns here. I don't really see CL holding this here with his small amount of knights. No more Arbalests of Tim around. This was a pretty beautiful play by the Finns overall. The transition, the defense here of the max was so nice against the tower rush. Did wall quite nicely, did buy his team so much time. Then the archers garrison the tower was so nice. Did the damage against TaToH, who failed to wall properly, and the sling therefore was so much better by Rubenstock. They did fall back, did get onto a bit of a better army, and then just overwhelmed the China A team here. GG, game number 1 goes into favor of the Finns, and they are kind of the favorites, and well, they played their role quite nicely. Sweet stuff here, and pretty impressive play overall. Stream ended. GG. Finland has to be happy with how that played out. Overall, pretty weak civilization. Teutons, Turks, Italians, Slav, Byzantines, Saracens. Well, maybe Slavs, Byzantines, Saracens aren't really that bad for also Kotra here. In the end, Tim, not with the kills that they wanted to have. Belize actually having a better KD there. That's something that shouldn't really happen, but mainly because TaToH just lost so much then. 39 losses. How did he lose 39 units? That was all villagers. Probably in the end, the big raid really cost them. And Rubenstock, the only guy who had like 1 TC fuel late, was the guy carrying them. So pretty weak or late picks. Massive thank you for casting the games over the weekend. Caught up last night. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Sunday evening. And thanks so much for the sub. 3-0. Well, that game looked convincing, right? But CNA can get pretty tricky when it comes to like super open maps. For example, DauT would have been a very good map for them, but probably vetoed by Finland. Okay guys, then let's jump directly into game number 2, game after game here. Let's take a look what we have in store, and oh god, you won't believe what's happening. I've never seen that before. Oh fuck me. Oh, I was trolling with you guys. I knew that the overlay was still not there. Okay, and yeah, let's jump into game number 2 here, and we have Chinese for the max. His teammate Release is playing Mongot and Roomstock right far away, playing the Persian tier. Funny. Thank you so much, guys. I maybe should have just commented on it, like triple villager loss on an elephant. T90 clickbait. I learned from the best. Portuguese for Stray Dog. We have Magias for CL and Vikings for Timmy. Oh, he had us in panic, clearly. Nice. Everything worked out perfectly. Alright. Also, Zara is actually at 1 point. Pretty sweet stuff for them. And they'll be not here. Indeed. We won't play a single game today, but they knew that like a very long time ago. That's why we scheduled TLC games for Saturday as well. Oh, papa! Well, at least didn't like that villager. And his house at 15 now. Ay, total fail. And it was before 4 minutes. How did Finland not restart this? Oh god, and now the villager released. Total fail game this far. And not going loom. He lost the villager, was housed, and still refused to loom. Oh. You ask Zupi not here, I ask Belize not here. Ay, nearly failed indeed. Ooh la la, okay. CL. With quite a bit of villagers here in the center. They're only now? No, moving out? No. Second group. Okay. Max Hacker, pocket hacks? Indeed. Especially it's really efficient in this game. Whereas pocket hacks really are shining. Need to drop off some food to click up maybe? Seems like Chinese have a good start, but they are pretty late to click up every time. That makes them kind of vulnerable. So what we saw from Lux in the last series as well. That he was just so late and lost some villagers there. Oh, going for the villager fight. Wouldn't actually be too bad for the max, because Tim has more food in the hand of those villagers. Oh, and Tim now sending more villagers to the front. Interesting stuff. 9 out of 10 times. Agreed. Well, I played 1 game against Finland today, and random civ, and it was Frank's pocket for the max. Oh, feels nearly, man. Was, I believe, like a 26-minute game. Okay, what else can we see? We see archer range from the least out of the pocket position. Roomstock going for the stable. Stray Dog. Pretty late uptime here. CL pretty late as well with Magias. Well, we have to see scout out of him. And First tower here by Tim. Is he going for the tower rush? Well, 2 on stone. Now building some spearmen. That won't go up. Let's take a look if he's building another tower. Could be a good spot here. Denying quite a bit, I believe. Yeah, the max. I think over here would have been a better spot. Now using his horse here. Obviously doesn't have the greatest vision. Just stable for CL. Probably not the last stable out of him this game. TaToH now with very defensive archer ranges and a lot of villagers onto wood and gold. Love to see a second lumber camp out of him. And Archer, is he helping out? Should garrison all the villagers into the tower, and this tower of Tim is, I believe, denied. Sweet stuff here by the max for sure. Anticipating where the tower would go up and reacting accordingly. Sweet stuff out of him. Archers of Release coming over as well. And Tim is transitioning into archers as well, has 3 on gold. Let's take a look what Roomstock can really do. Too many spearmen out that you can really achieve anything, I would say. Need to pull some villagers here. We'll probably lose her rep. Trying to revenge a bit. Not some minimal damage there. 1 spearman. Well, that's pretty reasonable. Getting 2 more hits off here. Oh, Release pretty active in the middle here. I'd say Finland in a good spot. I like all the analytics there with colors and shift positionings. Never knew that before. Today I learned. Thank you so much, guys. I'll rewatch the stream and read the whole chat if I maybe miss some other valuable information. Also continues with his scouts. Person's actually pretty nice. First ability production there and feudal age as well. Pretty sweet. In yellow. Oh, Tim. Now coming over here as well. Roomstock trying to join the party, but not really going to work out too well. Oh god, the spearman is dying before really doing the damage. Roomstock bringing another scout in the back. Oh, this is our heavy losses on both sides. Roomstock is now retreating from this. And feels like China A. Well, there's behind him villagers. Military count is pretty even. I'd say it's quite an even game. The max, funnily enough, KD of 0-0. Doesn't even have fletching, so I don't really like that he's moving out. Is this somehow open? No, it's not. Okay, now we're trying to take another engagement. Max, where is this? He's going for a market before blacksmith. Interesting. Now trying to focus down those archers. Let's take a look. CL is around as well. Trying to focus down his Release and Roomstock here at the front. We see the Max trying to micro this back. And, well, nice team play here of the Finns. Very close together, all 3 players. And the Max switching into the Sling. That's why we don't see the blacksmith. And, well, seems to be a tournament of Sling again. And, well, what? Roomstock gave resources to the Max? Oh no, you paid resources to Roomstock. Okay, I was confused. So the Max is slinging Roomstock this game. Interesting stuff. And the Max, I believe he should just invest all his archers now, because they will get worse and worse without having fletching. But well, just really throwing them away isn't really a thing as well. Venom Horse of TaToH. Release probably will stay on Crossbowman, and Roomstock will add stable number 2, maybe even stable number 3 here. We'll go on to mass knights. Playing continues for now. Pretty protected eco by the max. I should get more walls done at the moment. Archers coming over, Little East going for Town Watch. And going still for some deer. That's obviously pretty nice. +1 defense here for CL. That's kind of surprising to me. He's still feudal age, right? Okay. They are really looking for a kill here, apparently. China moving in. They have 3 strong armies. Room stocks, military count at the moment is 3, and that's pretty low. The max obviously has a basically non-existent army. An archer, mass amount of archers here. The room stock really needs to clear house here pretty soon. I'll land some +1 defense for him. The defense kind of is standing for the Finns, and that's buying them so much time that China A now needs to move towards Felice, who has Town Watch and sees obviously everything, as you can see here. So they are pretty happy to be well informed. Take a look. Do we have enough stone for a defensive tower? I think that would make quite a bit of sense to build one here, but maybe they know room stock is around with +2 defense, and well, 4 knights will do pretty well here. Straight for that, and oh, Tim is actually going towards another side. Not liking that too much here. I think they should have stayed together, all 3 of them. And Roomstock clearing that up quite nicely. Defensive tower was not needed. Nice team play there, nice communication. How much army there was on the way. Great stuff by that. To keep his army alive is a little easier, but it's the same plan for basically everyone who will reach castle age pretty soon, such as Mr. Stray Dog. So camping quite heavily at home. On the other side we have Tim just clicking up to castle age, so we'll take some more time. And oh, let's take a look. Is he bulletproof here? It looks like yes, he is not. This is open. So Roomstock could get in. Roomstock committing onto those archers. Just thought before he felt they could get upgraded. Interesting. Pushing down some more villagers, getting all the crossbows here. And not losing a lot of knights there. Oh, but +2 defense is just so redonkulous there. With Bloodlands as well. Oh, tough spot. And suddenly, pop 42 for Tim. He was at roughly 70 before that. Didn't look too great for him. 9 to 26 his KD, and Ruby just going for the casual 3-2-1. Not to compare with the 2-2-1 of the max, obviously. Horse. Did hit 3 of the villagers here in the back or what? Kind of weird. XRTC for rooms. What is that of a placement? Horrible placement. Don't like that to see at all. Ay, ay, ay. What is that covering? It's really weird. Okay, at the same time, Belize now going to put some aggression. Roomstock has enough knights coming over. The Max finally joining the party again. Oh, not looking too juicy for his 2-1 KD now. With those archers around. No ballistics for Belize just yet. But now they can raid the gold spot here of CL. Let's take a look. No losses taken this far. Interesting. Although it's just pretty safe. And again. This actually has quite a nice position there. I'm not sure if focusing down the stable is the best thing ever. Straight off now. Trying to fly in with some ballistics. Crossman trying to help out there with the defense. Yes, or China A is playing this pretty solidly. RiuT getting the numbers in. Now going for stable number 3. And up to Imperial as well. Hallelujah. 56 villagers for him only. 23 military. And the question is, what will they really go for? Focusing down stables doesn't make too much sense to me. Are they really going back? I think that's too early. Just clicking imp? Not that a massive amount of army? Well, maybe they feel like, okay, if we get those 2 cavaliers, we can wreck everything. And yeah, the nice thing was that they were so aggressive early on. And now, turn A, I have no idea what really waiting for them. 40% imp is room stock. We see another stable here or a gate. Yeah. Not that many villages on gold. For a guy who is going quadruple stable. Interesting. China should know what's up. And oh god, they're sending everything over to the max now. And he is behind some very weak palisade walls. Army of room stock and Billy's quite out of position. He is up to Imperial H as well. And this is getting tricky. How much damage can they do to the max? He is at 65 villagers at the moment. That will go down quite heavily though, depending on how hard they want to commit. For now, just focusing down the house. That's a lot of crossbowmen. Focusing down the palisade wall here as well. TC of the max is waiting, trying to do some damage. Crossbowmen maybe a bit too scared. Belize is sending over everything. They could come in over here at that angle. Some losses for sure. The max trying to save as many villagers as possible. Builds another defensive tower. TC of the max could go down if they wanted to commit. But honestly, that's big army here. And room stock, he already has all the necessary upgrades on the way. He will clear this up so heavily. Let's take a look at his kills. 44 for now. And let's take a look in 2 minutes again. Will snag another monk for himself as well. And well, Liereyy actually is taking all the kills away from room stock, so he cannot get those. And well, Max finding himself here with all the archers he had, trying to run with the villagers. And yeah, some losses here, and that looks like room stock is kind of splitting up his army. No, he's sending everything back to clear it up. I believe a split of the army could have been a nice option here for sure. Belize, Mongols. I think he needs to think about the transition into mango dice. Something he isn't doing just yet. Interesting stuff. I sent like 10 on stone. Would help you out so much. Want to transition onto stronger units than only Obelisk. Straight up, now switching on to pikemen. Not sure about that. And we have now a sling towards CL. But still not up to Imperial Age, so that will get really tricky. Room stock dominating this pretty nicely. And now moving in, that will be a lot of dead villagers on gold again. See, maybe even trying to commit against the TC here. Kind of feels like he does not really care. So many obelisks coming around as well. Villagers going down left and right. Look at that, he's just rampaging through all those villagers. Obelisks, oh god, this is so ugly. CL even saying GG to his teammates. And well, Finland agrees with that, and that was a clean swipe here. Finland taking 2 quick games here. 2-0 twice the sling, 1 time on the max from room stock, this time. Exactly, and before that, it was room stock on the max. So Belize, somewhere in between, helping out with his crossbowman. And room stock, 33% of room stock. Really showing why he's considered top 3 in room stock. Ah, that was weird. I cannot really save that sentence. But you know what I wanted to say. Nice play by him. Pretty active. And yeah, they did clear up everything. And the sling just proven to be strong over again. feels like we will see a lot of slinging in this tournament in the future. We haven't seen a lot of players loot with sling yet. I'd say like success rate like 85%. I only remember one game lost with a sling this far. You played sling against no sling. We have no more Persians, no more Mongols, and Chinese. On the other side we had Vikings, Magyars, and Portuguese. There. Ah, so China, eh? Throwing away the best civilization. Kind of tough. Brazil, a beach fight was Tyrant Sling on Eagle Warriors lost for its Class 8 Independent Abeles. Oh yeah, that's true. So I remember 2 now. Tyrant is why the step game was won against. Well, and the sling, like Jordan's sling, failed as well. But that was not because of the sling. But yeah, okay. So it's more about like 70% success rate. Room strong? Monkas? For sure. For sure. And next map will be Colosseum. Probably my least favorite map of them all. Probably. Super didn't play game 3. No, he's not even in the lineup. Only consisting out of 4 players. Guys, then let's jump into game number 3. Finland has now 3 match points to go into the semi-finals of Battle of Africa to get into top 4. And for the tournament I said Finland, I think they will not beat any of the big names. And well, let me just quickly check. Who did they beat? They lost. They won against Nedjas boys. That's kind of expected. They lost against Tyrants, kind of somewhat expected. And then they had a win against VNS and a win against CNA. So they had 3 wins against 3 of the weaker teams. Pretty lucky for them, right? And CNA, VNS, and NAPS. I didn't even think about that yet. They didn't face AM, they didn't face SY, they didn't face Brazil. Yeah. That's pretty lucky draw for them. But okay, let's jump into game number 3, shall we? It is Colosseum, and we have the Max being the teal flank with Berbers. They have Belize playing the Inca pocket, and Rumsak, Spanish flank. Flanks CL flank, we have Japanese pocket for Tim and Hunt for Stray Dog. Spoilers? What? There's spoiler. What did I spoiler? Oh, Stray Dog Villager! Oh, jumping in. So weird. Everyone saying that I spoiled something and then they don't explain what I closingly said. Because I don't know anything. You said what teams Finland won and lost against, including the result of this series. Well, yeah, that was only my assumption. I really don't know if they won or not. It just feels like weird that they played 3 times against supposedly like the 3 weakest teams. I really don't know if they won or not. Just like, it looks pretty much like it, right? They have strong assists, they 1-1. I believe this one could probably go into the favor of CNA though. But yeah, then I sounded more confident than I was actually. Oh! Ruby losing a villager there. Well, he isn't really used to luring elephants. Quite far away woodline. I love the early walling of the max zoning on this area quite nicely. DM players indeed, so noobish. Very close. What? Look at the 5 relics. Basically designed around TaToH TC. 1 over here, 2 left hand side of him. And if we go down, the other 2s are here. Maybe we should just monk rush. Uh-oh, elephant going back. 1 HP now. Finishing loom. I have a lot of food there. This one tell me he will go for some fancy forward shenanigans. And Roomstock plays pop 18 tower rush. That's just a horrible start. Look at that. Everyone is around 20 villages and he's at 17. Yeah, he's up the earliest, but still. Oh. So he's roughly 2 villages behind. And tower rush against CL. Won't really fly in too handy as well. Uh-oh. Oh, some aggression from Tim. He will go forward. TaToH will go forward as well. And, well, we have CL. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a late tower rush? Kind of feels like it. Roomstock, what does he see? He sees a lot of villagers on stone here. Oh god. Oh, quick wall this, quick wall that, quick wall there, quick wall here, quick wall over at this side. And that's what he does. Sweet stuff. Ballsy tower. That seems to be going up. Full CNA forward again. That's exactly what we want to see from them. Tower coming up. CL didn't place a single farm yet, so but he really wants to get out the stable apparently. I'm starting to fight against the palisade. Not 100% sure if I like that too much. Leaves Incas. What is he going for? Archery ranges out of the pocket position. Interesting tower out of him. But I can see the reasoning for that. Offensive tower is now, or the aggressive tower is now being axed. CL still without a single farm. Eagles would be so nice against the forward here. Let Skirm Spearman forward. Release. I would really love some Eagle Scouts out of him. Not sure if that's really going to happen. I would love it. Max going for the defensive tower there on stone. Ruben, stock. I believe that tower is even out of position, right? Well, that tower isn't going to go up. Uh-oh, Ruben stock fail. Oh, F me, 1 villager down, make that probably 2, maybe even 3 if CL mics it super perfectly. And no, that will be 2. Oh no, why did he pull back here? Oh god, Ruben stock. That was lucky for him. You know, there's 1 single villager. So I really wanted to go for it. This could have been at least 2 kills, if not more. That was a big fail. And well, Roomstock's food income isn't the greatest either. 23 pop for him now. Villagers. Oh god, what is he doing? We'll lose those. Ay, 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 ay. Scouts now coming in. Ruben Stock. He needs to. He will need to lose one again now. Oh, why is he pulling back? Ay, 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 ay. And now Tim is coming around, and oh god, oh, Roomstock has nothing over here. This is quite a nice big area here for Willis. Gonna love that. Aggression continues here, but the max defensive towers. Going to love that. Where's the gold of the max though? Pretty ugly that. He has one spot here and one spot over here. So, but you can probably tower that. Defensive tower of Roomstock is getting focused down now. And yeah, he will lose all those. Uh-oh! Well, that's just China is basically a whole map here. Colosseum together with Dust, I believe, should be so good for them. And Roomstock, well, you cannot really micro anything. Just get as much wood as you can, drop it off, and yeah, go into the next game. Well, top 22 for him. Everyone pretty even with villagers, and Roomstock 10 behind. And where are all his front villagers? Is he continuing with the tower rush? Really see that. I just pulled all back. Now trying to stabilize a bit. Doesn't even have enough food income. No wood income at all at the moment. Tricky spot for him. Straight up continuing, and well, I called him the Chinese Spring, right? Playing hunt, playing aggressive, really throwing army into the face of the enemy. Pretty beautiful to watch that. Tim defensive tower does not want to get raided by any running around archers here, but that's not happening anyways. It's only scout for now. CL is pretty safe here with the spearman building a defensive tower as well now. Gonna love that. They really understand how this map works, I would say. CNA should delete the striker trees. Yeah, that would be so good for sure. Now trying to send in villagers again. Oh. 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 Yeah. Probably won't get punished. Nice defensive towers here by Willis, and yeah, Roomstock. That was kind of a risky move, honestly. But CL checked it and went back just shortly after. Willis, well, that tower should not go up, right? Should even lose one or two villagers here. 1 and 2. See the range of the TC. But yeah, the Tower of Tim is going up. Scouts around at the perfect timing here against all those scums. I love that. Eagle Scouts, something I wanted to see earlier, are now out as well. There's one more Tower of Tim, and he is in a good spot. That tower isn't protecting too much of Willis here. Not the biggest fan of that. Roomstock, well, congratulations. He's back on wood. 26 pop for him, and yeah, I think he should pull villagers away from stone. Just put 2-3 more defensive towers, and then probably has to switch into slinging as well. Willis is now getting into an interesting stranglehold. Gonna love those defensive towers and the gold. Getting tower rush over here as well, and CL actually up to Castle Age now. And saving that villager as well. Max didn't go for the kill here. He's up to Castle Age himself. But straight up, he still has quite a big army. Check out what he's trying to go for. We'll get that. I believe that's not really going to happen. Nice defensive towers here by the Max. For sure, again. Putting another defensive tower here. Oh, gonna love that gate. Pretty sweet stuff. Maybe a blacksmith over here. Or does he have one? Yeah. So maybe just a stable. Later delete the palisade walls. A lot of options. A lot of options. Rush of Tim now against Roomstock. How does he not see that? Ay, ay, ay. What are those walls? Oh god, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. What is he expecting? Like, okay. Tim? switching into Sling now as well, and Roomstock is slinging the max. So again, Release left out in this slinging thing. Shenanigans. Ideas. And the max is adding stable number 2 and 3. Obviously slinging a Berber. Quite a solid idea. Maybe he can even snag some of the villagers. Actually, he can just camp under the tower there. That's pretty nice for him. It's impossible for the villagers to micro that off. That's way too much HP there. And all the upgrades really helping them out. Roomstock, why is he walling this? Like, if he walls, then he should probably wall the front. But even that, tricky stuff. Release, oh, losing so many skirmishes, his scouts as well. Tricky stuff. TaToH at the front here, getting some gold, and now it's all coming down to the max. And how he places this tower probably was planned to be built more than only 2 hits here. Nice area here of TaToH. Let's take a look. Tower is now getting built. Okay, so all good in that regard. So yeah, what is he going for? Oh, I can see a ram. Hello. And he is at 3 stables as well. And I'd say the Sling of Tim with 46 liters should be a bit better than the one of Roomstock with 38. And he needs to invest way more into defending. This looks good, pretty good for China A here. Villager all around, a bit higher for China A. Now trying to focus this down. Rams around. Roomstock in some trouble here for sure. What is Tim doing? Sending another villager or group of villagers over. Probably wants to build a tower here. Trying to raid against that gold. And well, but Knights of the Max are coming over. Ah, that tower will be annoying for Roomstock. It's the main thing that he has of eco at the moment. Oh god, that tower. Ugly stuff for him. And, well, building a second market after losing that one at the front here, so cannot sling at the moment. Max not having the numbers at the moment. Oh, but Gate's pretty vulnerable here, needs to get mass repair on that. Uh-oh, this will be some heavy losses. And the max is in. And we see some quick walls. Obviously, it's pretty tough with Hans. Needs to get palisades done. Tries to run with some villagers. Why is he not trying to get some quick walls done? And he is, failing heavily here. That's so brutal. Uh-oh, guys, don't look at the KDs. Oh. Max really getting the villager killed here. At the same time, Roomstock is losing his TC. And, well, not having gold income over here. Now not even a mining camp left. It's looking pretty tricky. TaToH obviously well better in the position in the game here, even affording pikemen, and will kind of play against that aggression. Let's wait for the pikeman upgrade once we fight under the towers. Well, that's not a great fight for TaToH, but it's still somewhat fighting back, more than Roomstock can do at the moment. It's just desperately trying to hold on to villagers. Release not looking too great either. Pretty tricky situation for them. But heavy losses for Tim as well. So this slinger over here is getting punished. Oh, this is getting tricky. So we get on to who plays this a bit better. Will it be the Berber player, obviously having the access to camels and having cheaper cavalry? Or will it be the Franks player who kind of is losing his advantage more and more now, since he already has heavy blow and he has bloodlines? So, yeah, the advantage of the Berbers continues to kick in. TaToH still with some army left. Nice defensive towers of Release though. Gonna love that. How many stables do we see? 5 stables here. On the other side we have 3, 4 stables out of the max. Pushing down those rams, pretty sweet stuff here. And now pikeman monk defense obviously is pretty great against a guy who is getting slung and wanted to push you. TaToH doing all the right steps. CL now up to Imperial Age. Let's take a look. How does it look on the max side? Well, not that much. Not that much indeed. Got one convert, got a second convert. Pikeman coming over again. CL is protecting. CL even building some monks. Something we don't see too often. That a guy who's getting the sling actually going for monks as well. Normally they try to go for the mobile damage output army. That was stopped here. And Tim, so many nice arenas being built, protecting villagers. Absolutely love that. And the max is going for monks as well. Interesting stuff, something we don't see too often here. He actually got 2 relics even in the bank. Sweet stuff for him. What does Rubenstock have? Well, pitiful base. 17 villagers at the moment. 30 less than Tim. Basically a third. Converting the knight, not the camels. I'm not even sure, maybe it just was searching for something that has very high HP, plus he probably was just clicking at the group as fast as possible. So it kind of is tough sometimes. Uh-oh, that quick wall. Well, actually, pretty reasonable. Getting converted, getting reconverted, deleting that now is the max. He's up to Imperial Age as well, but look at that, solid 2.5 minutes later. So the timing will be the advantage here for CL. Let's take a look, just killing those knights. And yeah, nice base here for Tim. He's still so active. Look at all his red dots all over the map. And still, oh, look at that. Continuing to do the damage against the Rubenstock there, not that it's the most important thing. But now just waiting for CL's upgrade, and then they will go for the big push. We will see need to see mass amount of camels of the max. He realizes, okay, I cannot really take an engagement here. Let's try to go somewhere else, and CL is chasing that down. So let's see how the engagement goes. I hear some more conversions, but not the most important thing. What is the max doing now with his army? Seems like CL needs to split off his army a bit more. Cannot really chase down this one thing. And that's so well done by the max. I feel CL should have went for the attack on his own. Because now all his tech advantage is gone. The max actually got some kills in. Well, CL will have paladins after that as well, so okay. Okay, so paladins against cavaliers and paladins will be done roughly at the same time as cavaliers. So yeah, the tech advantage stays on CL's side. Overall population still pretty high for the max, and yeah, by the way, something I didn't mention, obviously Veliz is still in feudal age and is obviously slinging the max as well. Is now building a forward castle, not at the most important spot if you ask me, like blocking some of the stone. I think it's really important that the max goes. Mass heavy camels. Okay, losing the starting TC now is Veliz. Rubenstock in some troubles here, not really. That doesn't really matter too much. Huh! It feels like CL probably needs to mix in some halberdiers if you ask me. This is still doable for the max. He has heavy camels. CL does not. But CL indeed is taking pikemen now. Let's see what he can do. They are eliminating the slingers quite nicely. And TaToH is somewhat fighting back as well. Okay, Roomstock deletes his TC over here and is trying to replace it here now. Pretty tricky stuff, but Release will just lose so much. But we're missing the big fight at the moment. The fight where CL wants to fight against the Camels. Obviously doesn't really want to fight against the Camels, but maybe Max forces him into a situation where it kind of is needed. For now, not really. MCL is indeed going for Halberdiers, is building the barracks in the center of the map. This is so nice because Camels will be so weak against that. KD from the max, 175 against 110. Whoa! CL has a better one. TaToH, he has a TC in that corner. How did that happen? And Billy is now building his TC over here at the left hand side. How much gold do they have? How much gold control? That was it from the max, and he has the other one over here. So he has control there now. TL charging in, probably tries to go for another kill into the eco of Felice here. Oh, actually gets the convert there. More paladins around. Well, at least 43 villagers. On the other side, the both kind of dead guys in the 50s. So overall villager count is so much better for China A. Military count 58 for the max, 58 for CL. And that's now with Halberdiers. So cost efficiency will be on this side of our Chinese Frank player. Let's take a look. This castle, will it go up? I believe it should go up. Halberdiers are surrounding, or is he not focusing this down? Oh god, this is so close! But he did not take care and didn't speed wall, didn't try to right click on the castle either after seeing it. So that was quite a nice win, because that could have stopped the Halberdier push a bit. Now cap rams for CL as well, just trying to push into that as well. Oh, some nice raids against Tim. How did that happen, and how does Tim not realize this? Oh god, what a big army here by CL. 88 army for him. He is completely maxed out. Going for the +4 defense now. And he's just right clicking on the castle. Does not want to wait for all those Halberdiers. Big walls here for Tim. Wants to stop the trade of the teams. But that's a very future scenario. Castle is going down off the max, and this looks pretty good for CNA here to take it to 2-1. And indeed, the Finns are tapping this out here on Colosseum. Probably one of the better maps for them. Roomstock kind of failed tower rush here. Nice reaction there by CL. Tim super active, TaToH. They just have so tricky forward. So tough to play against that, and yeah, that's kind of their specialty. So it will get tricky in the other games as well, if they can keep those things running for them. That was a room trust for the fans. Oh. Eddie probably cried taking a look at that tower rush. Why did I need to die against Roomstock's towers? And then he has something like that. Ruben hype. And let's take a look. What do we have now? Roomstock Spanish. We had some Berbers and we had... Was it Incas? I believe so. On the other side we had Huns. We had Franks and I believe Japanese for Tim. Next map will be Beach Fight. So we're kind of expecting still good civs left here. Britons, Aztecs, and a bloodline civilization like Malians. What is Arabia is the last one. So having Vietnamese, Burmese, Indians left there. Makes sense. I think something like Aztecs, Britons, Malians could make sense. On the other side, we probably have to pick Mayans. And then we need bloodline civs. Maybe Goth, maybe Malay, something like that. That's tricky. That's tricky for sure. Interesting. Okay, guys, we are jumping into game number 4 here on Beach Fight. We are looking at the Max playing Aztecs. We are very close to him. Roomstock deleting a house here. What was that? With the Vietnamese, and we have Release with Britain. So 3 non-cavalry civilizations. So I'm really questioning that choice out of them. Interesting. Okay. TaToH is playing the Khmer. We have Tim going for Ethiopians and Malay for CL. So it's probably the Khmer who needs to go for scouts or something. Something like that. Pretty big forest over here. Stop trying to get to the other side. He can sling so well. Like wall that. Back is not too important to wall. And wall here. Well, he needs to wall quite a big area and back actually, but to the front it's like super safe. If they wanted to go for that. Vietnamese sling. Oh, look at that. Seems like TaToH. Actually forcing quite a lot of idle time out of Elise here. He's now going for Loom. And another villager to the front, and that's pretty ugly. You only have 1 gold spot, so if that's getting walled, you're in quite of a pickle. Oh, and that feels like both villagers are dying. That should never happen to Elise. Fighting so close to his own TC. As he's losing a villager there. Ay. Kinda weird. What are they axing here? Oh, there's gold! Let's go to the gold, guys. Meh. Need to pull another villager to the front and TaToH. That's so annoying. That's actually a pretty good play. Meh. I'm holding that villager in now. Whoops. Not finishing that wall. Now needs to open to get his own villager out. What is he doing here? Why is he not trying to mic through the specs? TaToH, why is he losing a villager? That makes just very little sense, trying to focus down the scouts. Okay, so he is just accepting to lose a lot of HP there. Maybe send another one. Oh, release. Well, that should not really go up here. Let's take a look. Ah, nice move by TaToH. And now that will be really annoying to play with here for Mr. Release. I think he needs to go to the other side and they have to share the gold spot. I think that would be the nice team strategy. But how much he's fighting for it doesn't seem to be in their minds. Now still 1-to-1 kills. Finally the scout is going down. And yeah, Release realized, okay, I cannot really do much with my scout. Let's just scout with him. What can you really do there? Not too much, I think. You can see now over here. That's why TaToH can actually continue his walling. Pretty sweet stuff for them. Roomstock pretty late to the party. Builds a weird barracks. Absolutely hate that. It's not unlikely that a spearman will get stuck there. He still has quite an amount of goats though. Ay. Interesting outpost by Release as well. Max sending over his eagle, and this looks like the Max. Going for fast castle here. Big walls here by Tim as well. That will be archers though. CL probably going for scouts with his uptiming and not being on gold at all. But he doesn't have a barracks either. Oh god, and so much villager fighting here. Pretty ugly spot here, and Wall getting away with 1 HP. The Max not taking good care, and now Khmer bonus even should save all the villagers there with the house. Oh god, that micro obviously so good there, potentially. TaToH up. Take a look at Release. How is he doing? 250 food for him. Ooh la la. Oh, another loss here, and yeah, those villagers can just be saved over and over again. Just so sweet. Release getting 3-2-1, 3-2-2. Let's take a look. Going down 6 HP here, but saving that villager as well. Sweet stuff. Okay, kind of stabilizing here. What is Release? Is he trying to wall in that house? Doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Let's do TaToH walls. Ay. Not putting more villagers. How did all those farms dry out? That early already. And it seems like Release doesn't know about the gate rotation. Best arcade so far? Well, it looks entertaining, right? Okay, TaToH, let's take a look. How low are those villagers really? Not blocking Green's wall. He's at 13-4. Okay, what else is going on in this game? Tim, double archery range, room stock, double archery range, the max, FC, CL, stable, and here we have TaToH probably with a sling. Why is he trying to fight down that gate? It doesn't make too much sense to me. And Billy is actually sending those villagers around to the gold. Kind of what I said early on. Just could have let it go. Just went for it so much earlier. Oh, what? I'll go over here and run into some lines. Auto rotate gates. Press control and mouse wheel. No, it's not only the mouse wheel. Control and mouse wheel. So it doesn't override with anything else. Okay, will be completely walled from the outside as well. Interesting stuff. Okay, so what is going on? Coinage from TaToH. What is Release going for? He is... kind of want to see him sling as well, yeah. Going for coinage here as well. I really need to drink something. Damn, my... I'm really thought here. Well, Release, hallelujah. This looks pretty much like a pretty tough sling for him. Archer's already out. Defensive tower is not really an option. He invested too much into those. Maybe he just bought himself another tower? Or did he cancel some walls? Well, he will get the tower up eventually. It's pretty important. Oh god, and now CL. Well, is he going for elephants? Oh yes. And the max is going for monks, so that's actually quite a nice counter. Oh god, but why did they, like, that's just not clever. Going for elephants when you have an Edge player FC as well? You will have to have a lot of archers around. Oh, but well, the elephants over here could be pretty sexy. Then setting in some crossbows in the area over here to intercept those monks. Boomstock only now coming over, no upgrades for him yet. He should be able to clear this up. Oh, trying to fight himself on the gold now. Oh, yeah. Not the dream game of Release, most likely. CL, no upgrades on those. Don't like that too much. Third monastery. Oh, Ruby! No. So without fletching, and that tower probably will go down. 4 elephants close to being... trying to fight this. Oh god, not a single defense upgrade. Okay, now he's going for it. Well, there's only one defense upgrade. And Belize, did he lose another group of villagers here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that won't be the strongest sling ever. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so all eyes on the max. And his converts could maybe focus down the Mangler and then delete his elephant. One convert. Oh, two converts. Ay, ay, ay. That was brutal. Oh, Mangler 5 HP. Monk should go down and... Oh, what happened there? What is he doing? Why isn't he trying to focus us down? He knows that the monks have no mana at the moment. And Mangler is low HP. Mangler! Get the Mangler! Okay. Tim, Ethiopians. Huh. Let's see. He really needs to focus down all the monks. But then it gets tricky with the Mangler around as well. And the max is even up onto Imperial Age. So what is Runestock slinging as well? No, he's up to Castle Age. Okay. Interesting stuff. Damn, they're going for another raid against Belize apparently. Runestock should be round up. Stray Dog. Actually, 17 villages ahead. Oh, this will get so tricky though. How will they defend against the max? 13 monks out for him already. Ay, 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 ay. Small losses for Willies. Ruben microing his heart out. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh god, those monks with 55 HP. They even out-healed all the archers. Oh god, that was so bad for Tim. Elephants now trying to chase down. Oh god, this is not really good. Not really good for them. Some Eagle Scouts around. Oh, that's a lot of elephants though. And the max going for +2 defense? Oh, and that's clever. That Sierra's going for monks, trying to reconvert his own elephants. Man should really focus down. And now going for atonement is the max. Hallelujah. Countering the counter. The counter. Oh, but Runestock has so many more crossbowmen and they are pretty good against melee elephants. So Elise, kind of out of this game. Can only sling wood and some food here. 30 villagers for him. Lay elephants, let's take a look what they can really do. Tim, he has pretty low numbers. There's 7. He already lost 27 crossbowmen in this game. That's just super brutal. Runestock only lost 6, and that's why the numbers are so different here. Okay, killing monk after monk, but they already have 70 HP now. Runestock just continues to do the damage. What an interesting game. Score is so super even. Mainly because Release is just in such a bad position, because I feel like the army is so much better here for the Finns. Those crossbowmen still pretty efficient against those elephants, only having +1 defense. And yeah, now going for the +4 defense even. So Eagles will be probably the choice here. Oh god, and well, small numbers of monks against small numbers of elephants. I have heard of better stories. And now Aztecs, elephants chasing down Tim here. Oh la la. Runestock going for crossman, gonna love that. But I think they need to act together. They need to kill the monks with all the crossbowmen. That's the most important thing. And then the elephants can really shine. But can they really shine? Only +1 defense, this is so tough. Oh god, so many elephants of the H6 playing the max. It looks so funny. Okay, reconverting now. But also with block printing here. Finally closing down the distance. Finally killing Crossbowman here. Okay, now he's pushing in, and that could be unanswered. Let's take a look. Magno shot here against... Oh god, Tim. Oh, he will not need another shot, or will he? No. Okay. Maybe he could move in against the max. He would have no answer to that amount of Crossbowmen there. Take a look. Roomstock. Oh god. Was just not aware of the situation for a small moment here. This is just super intense. This is a maximum Imperial Age, but... He's going for mass monks, way more villagers for China A here. And well, release, is that really the thing we want to go for? At the same time, going for extra TCs here is the max and Roomstock, so they're controlling this quite nicely. Crossman still around, and they are sniping this quite nicely now. Mangonel. Tim should not eat the shot here. Let's take a look. What is he up to? That's a lot of low HP Crossbowmen. Now, a bit fewer low HP Crossbowmen. Oh god, reconverted. Okay. Move in here. Let's take a look. Mangonel, 50%. Phew, what a tough game. Roomstock still around, and this is such so intense, and this had to be so intense in team speed there as well. Oh god. Better than elephants. Mangonel getting a lot of long distance conversions in on the way to Imperial, and if he can get onto Arbalest, obviously that gets pretty tricky then. Roomstock is trying to micro. No siege workshop out to maybe focus that down. Trying to run. Does not want to take a single hit. Crossman around here needs to run around all this area to really get up onto higher numbers here. Oh god, now we see eagles, but that's still eagle scouts. That's not super impressive. Running in here, but so many converts again. Big Mangonel shot. Oh god, big Mangonel shot for sure. And suddenly the numbers only 12 military here again. Roomstock at 48. And that damage output is just really, really good. CL on the way to Imperial as well. Maybe elite better elephants can do a bit more damage here. Roomstock continues to do this damage. 37 to 14. Fighting with Crossbowman against elephant. Now going for spread formation that he takes less damage there. Max could go for one convert. Where are the Crossbowmen coming around? Are they going for some denial over here? Yeah, but the TC will be up off Tim, so those Crossmen were up a bit late. Roomstock, can you micro this back even further? That's still a lot of elephants. Oh god, Roomstock needs to go back so far. Ay, some losses for sure. And that's not the greatest walls here. Kind of walling him in. And that means the splash damage should be pretty big here. Roomstock still microing this quite heavily. At the same time, the push continues over here. The Max just getting so many kills. Thumpering flying in. Where's the Arbalest? Where's Bracer for Tim? That's some way more important stuff. Actually deleting the barracks here so that the Crossman can come over to that side. And in the end, he killed all the elephants here. Mr. Roomstock going for gold. At the left hand side, sending more villagers over is CL. That's already heavily mined, and this is probably the longest and best Sucotra game we have seen in this tournament. It's no Sucotra. Arbalest for Tim, but he only has 14. Where are his numbers? There's some around here. I believe Tim didn't play this too well. Lots of losses over and over again for him. And maybe... Malay, they have Heresy, right? I believe this would have been... I believe they have guild and heresy. Faith, I mean, not guilds. Oh, yo, Tim. Heavy losses here. Okay. Rumstock just rolling over. And I believe, yeah, heresy. It should have been an upgrade for CL so much earlier. That would have been so much better. I think they would have won the game already if they just had heresy. The max would have done nothing with his monks, or like so much less. One elephant around, the max should get to convert quite easily here. Oh, actually the elephants, maybe it just ignores the push here because it has no siege anyways, and he just clears up that area. Wouldn't that be funny with all the elephants? But now he's going for the attack. The max is trying to go for all the converts. Let's take a look how many he will get. Arbalists are pushing in, but they are patrolling not so nicely. That was a reasonable amount of conversions, but elephants now charging in. Where are the Arbalist numbers? Actually, Tim is now going for skirms, but that is pretty vulnerable against the Eagle Warriors. That was a nice push here of CL. Let's take a look. Is he trying to get some reconversions? He is trying to. Rumstock with quite a strong army though, and those Arbalists are actually performing pretty well against elephants, and that amount as well. Rumstock winning the game for them here at the moment. It's just such a nice position for them, and look at that, elephant after elephant just dying. You need more of support, and where is Tim? He does not have a lot of gold here as it seems. Probably ran completely out of his gold spots, and now... Oh, it just felt so weird to me how little he contributed to this game. Rumstock, the hero. Nice amount of Arbalists. 120 to 42 kills this far. And yeah, CL not going for heresy. Probably was the big loss of the game here. Now pushing in. Where is the eco? They will lose everything with those elephants. Also going for the +4, spreading off some Arbalists, taking the hill advantage here. Not too important, but well, having 8 more HP there is quite nice for them as well. Elephant numbers now basically down to 0. We have 24 military to 100. This game is so over. Now losing the starting TC here is CL. He only has 2. Maybe he has a third one over here, yeah. Going for it is another stable, but that won't really matter. Now, elite Eagle Warrior rate even flying in. Something we didn't really expect to come over. More Arbalists should have surrounded all this area here of Rumstock. Just sending around single ones would have been so nice. Didn't really happen. Was pretty tough, though, with all the control. Oh god, and that's so ugly. They obviously have way more villagers now than they just fit into the TC. I'm not sure if they have heresy. I'm pretty sure. We played some DM 1v1 matches, and like building monks is just completely stupid. I think they have faith and heresy. Rating quite a bit, but obviously not really important. We are just in this game because CNA, if they type the GG, basically say we are out of this tournament. They already lost 2 series here, and now will lose series number 3. Indeed, GG. I believe Tim, with the very poor control of his army over and over again, should have done so much more damage, so much better with sniping the monks, better team play there, and yeah, not going for heresy. We can go and check to be 100% sure, but I am pretty sure that Liereyy have that upgrade, and indeed, as you can see, there it is. 1k gold, research time 1 minute, unit converted by an enemy monk or missionary, die instead of changing to enemy colors. That would have been the unit or the upgrade to go for to prevent the 3-1 and the advancement of Finland into the semifinals. So overall, we will have 3 wins for Finland and 3 losses for China A. And that means China A is out, Finland is through. Congratulations to Finland. Thanks CNA for participating and showing us quite a lot of very entertaining games for sure. My boy Ruby, the greatest KD, 76. Largest army as well there. Congratulations.